We don't have ketchup. We got pickles. Give them the pickles. They won't know the difference.
I sure do love you.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, it's judgment time. Yeah, it's judgment time. Judgment time. It's judgment time.
You ever wonder what happens to you when you die?
Buzz!
Well, wonder what happens. Does everything just stop, go black? Or do you fly up through the sky, go to another world?
I don't think anyone on Earth could answer those questions.
Maybe there's some place in between.
Can we get off this subject, Buzz?
Here comes the ketchup.
Good evening, Mr. Brubaker. I guess you didn't expect it to end quite like this. And I damn sure know you didn't expect to end up here. Welcome to Judgment House. Step into the first room, Mr. Brubaker. The room where the man smokes the cigarette. Where we've taken nature's wonderful gift of tobacco and pumped it full of carcinogens and toxins. Go ahead, Mr. Brubaker. Step into the first room. The room where the man smokes the cigarette.
Maybe there's some place in between. Maybe there's some place in between. Maybe there's some place in between.
Maybe there's some place in between. Maybe there's some place in between.
Mr. Brubaker, before we step into the next room, I'm going to give you a little scenario here. The man takes a drink, the drink takes a drink, the drink takes the man. Step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker, the alcohol room. We're now going to step into another room, Mr. Brubaker. The rock and roll room, where a man decided to take electricity and pump it through a guitar and add a driving tribal beat whilst wearing his hair long. Step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker, the rock and roll room.
Dragstrip angel, you really went out in style. Dragstrip.
He said, if you hear his voice, harden not your heart and stiffen not your neck, as they did in the day of...
Step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker, where you'll experience the pleasures of the flesh, where people can't just go out in the evening for a simple hamburger and a milkshake. They have to touch each other. Step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker, the room of physical pleasure. I'd like you to now step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker. The plant you're about to witness has caused more problems than all the world's troubles combined together. Mr. Brubaker, the dictionary defines this plant as the dried leaves, stems, and flowers of the tops of the hemp plant, used to make a hallucinogenic drug, especially in the form of cigarettes. Here at Judgment House, Mr. Brubaker, we refer to it as marijuana. Step into the next room, Mr. Brubaker, the marijuana room.
Welcome to the marijuana room, Mr. Brubaker. Some people call it pot. Go ahead, Mr. Brubaker. Smoke the marijuana. Please, Mr. Brubaker. Do it for me. Please. It'll make you feel wonderful, Mr. Brubaker. Please, just one drag off the marijuana cigarette. It's only a weed, sweetheart. Come on, Mr. Brubaker. Be bad.
That's all I do. there would be a picture sign. Here's how somebody driving by the house. You're living in danger time. The Bible said.
I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the halls of Judgment House here, Mr. Brubaker. The exit is right over there.
And don't participate in the worldly stuff and all the partying and drinking and they think you're a nut, you're crazy, you ain't got no sense. Brother, I know what it means to live and party and drink and swerve and fight and do all that stuff. And no thanks, I don't want no more of it. If you think you're living, you go ahead and keep it, but I don't need it.